guys, and happy Monday. I hope you guys had a great spring break. This is me doing a video for you. What I would like to do for this week is, originally I was going to start The Great Gatsby, but my concern was that we still had some people who were struggling with our paper, our O.J. Simpson argument paper. So what I want to do, and there was only a few of you that actually turned it in, and I know some of you are still working on it. It's been a rough time, I get it, guys, and I hope you're all doing well. So you can see this is my basement. This is my whiteboard in my basement here that I just started. So what we're going to do today is we're going to kind of deconstruct. We're going to start with your introduction of your O.J. Simpson argument paper. So don't worry about it if you haven't finished yet. This is hopefully going to give you a little bit more information on how to kind of get it together. I know it might be a little hard here to see, but I've also included with this an actual worksheet that you guys can do, and it has the examples on it. So what I want us to do this week, we only have 4 days this week because you've got off on Friday, which is nice. I'm sure you guys are probably looking forward to that, although it's been just, again, a crazy time. So we're going to start with your introduction. So what you'll see here is the introduction. That's what we're going to start with. This should be your first paragraph. We know that it's going to be a a 4-paragraph essay, introduction, 2 body paragraphs, and your conclusion. So all we're going to do today, guys, is for those of you who actually turned in your papers and completed them, thank you. For those of you who are still working on it, that's okay. So what I want you to do is we're going to deconstruct it, which means that if you've already turned it in, I'm going to turn it back to you. You're going to go through and make sure that you have all these elements in there. So we're going to start with the introduction. You need to have background information on it. And so your background is simply going to be information about what you can tell us about O.J. and his relationship with Nicole Brown Simpson and Ronald Goldman. Okay, remember that O.J. Simpson, and you'll see that in the sheet that I attached with all of this, remember that O.J. Simpson was a famous football player, he was a sportscaster, he worked for Hertz Rental Car, and he was at one time married to Nicole Brown Simpson. They had 2 kids of their own. Remember, he was also married previously, had kids there as well, and they ended up getting divorced. And one of the things with the divorce was they talked about the idea of possible domestic violence, that maybe he was abusive to Nicole, and that was one of the reasons, although I think when they actually filed for divorce, they called it irreconcilable differences, whatever. So they were actually divorced. Ronald Goldman was simply a friend of Nicole's, and they had only been friends for a short time. I believe they said 6 weeks. And then their relationship simply is that both of them were found at Nicole's and murdered one night. That's the information, the kind of information you want in your background information. Just setting it up, pretend like it's a reader that's never heard this before, knows nothing about the trial, but set it up a little bit so they understand. Your claim, your next part of that, this is all still the introduction, is going to give me your 2 pieces of evidence. The 2 pieces of evidence you're going to choose to go ahead and use to prove either O.J.'s guilt or innocence, either way, whichever you've decided is fine with me. And then so you're going to describe that. And then you're going to go into your claim itself, which is going to be your last, what I want it to be is your last sentence of your introduction before you go on into your first body paragraph. And it's going to say simply, because of this evidence, we will prove that O.J. Simpson was guilty in the murders of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ronald Goldman, or was innocent in the murders of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ronald Goldman. Either way is fine, whichever you choose. That should be your introduction. That should be your first paragraph. That's all you need to do for today. So you'll see there's a worksheet attached. On that worksheet, I've kind of given you the same information, and you'll see that I've given you an example of how both parts of that, the background should look and how your kind of claim should look using your 2 pieces of evidence. You'll see that in there. What I want you to do below that part, you'll see a little green highlighted part is where you will either type in your background information that you use in your paper, or if you completed it, just copy and paste what you've got there, right there. Then the next part is going to be your claim. So again, this is all still the introduction. It should all still be your introduction. You're going to go ahead and copy and paste, if you've completed it, your 2 pieces of evidence that you chose. It could be the bloody socks that were found in his room. It could be the droplets of blood that were found on the driveway, which eventually DNA evidence came back and showed to be at O.J.'s, that kind of stuff. Good information to have. Either way, you're going to copy and paste if you've completed that portion. You'll see a little green highlighted area on the worksheet there, or you can go ahead and type it in there if you haven't done that yet. And then you're going to put your claim in there. And your claim is simply going to say whether or not you feel he's guilty or innocent because of the evidence. So please do that for me. That's simply all you have to do for today with this. You'll see that I've added in there. We're going to try a couple new things. You'll see that I've added in there for you as well. It attached a link to get into what's called Flipgrid. Flipgrid is kind of a new resource for us. It's a way of you guys making videos. So I know some of you struggle to get your words down on paper. So it's simply going to be a way of you basically telling me what you know. Another way of getting around the actual typing portion of it. The only thing I want you to do with Flipgrid for today is you're going to go ahead in there, sign up for it. You should be able to log in. I've given you a link for that, so that shouldn't be a problem. If you have trouble, please email me and let me know. And then go ahead and just give me a hello video. It shows and gives you an idea of how to go ahead, and the hello video is simply going to be, hey, it's Yesenia, hey, it's Quinn, hey, it's James, hey, it's me. And I simply asked you what your favorite movie is. And I put in there one of my favorite movies of all times is The Wizard of Oz. It's very sad that I know this song, this basically movie backwards and forwards. I know the dialogue, I know all the songs, and my husband, it makes him crazy at times. But he's gotten used to it after 26 years of marriage. So this is what you're going to do for today, for Monday. I'll have another video for tomorrow for you to get ready for what we need to do on Tuesday. So I hope you guys are all safe. I'm also planning on doing another video conference if you guys are up for it. You know, I'm thinking maybe Wednesday at this part. Just, you know, kind of a, hey, how's everybody doing? Let's talk. So look for that video chat link as well within the next day or two. Probably I'll send it out probably tomorrow on Tuesday. And so we can maybe video chat on Wednesday. But again, if you need anything, please, guys, I'm here. Email me. We can set up our own individual video chat. You know, love being able to talk to you guys, and I miss you a lot. And I hope you're doing well. Have a great day, guys, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.